Hey everybody, this is John with Trippin' Texans, and today we're going to bring you a video as a guide to cruising out of Galveston. In light of everything that's been going on recently in Galveston, with Carnival announcing its new XL class ship, the Jubilee, being home ported here starting December of 2023. November of last year, Royal opened up their new terminal and brought in the Allure of the Sea, one of their Oasis class ships, which we love. We just got off Symphony last May and it was awesome. So we're looking forward to getting on Allure. And on top of that, Port of Galveston is now in talks and trying to secure a deal with MSC Cruises to open up a fourth terminal. Beyond all of that, we still have seasonal cruises from Disney, Princess, and Norwegian that come here. So suffice to say, things in Galveston are going to be picking up cruise-wise. We want to help you figure out the easiest way to get it done. So let's get into it. All right, so like I said, this is going to be a guide to cruising out of Galveston. Now I'm going to be hitting you with a lot of information. I'm going to be dropping a lot of links across the video. I don't want you to have to worry about having to stop the video and go back and forth looking for these links. I don't want you to have to wade through the description box looking for links. There's only going to be one link, and that is the link to a downloadable PDF that will have all of the information and all of the links to the websites and the places that we talk about in this video today. All right, so now let's talk about getting here. Galveston is part of the greater Houston area. So if you're flying in, you're going to be flying into Houston. Now, something you need to know, and something you probably already know, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Unless you've been under the rock for the last 2.5 years, you know flying can be kind of stressful. And with the pilot layoffs, the delays, the cancellations, the substandard software, evidently, you don't know if your flight going to get here on time. So I suggest and highly advise against flying in the day of embarkation. I know it doesn't need to be said for most of you, but for some people, you might need to know this. You don't want to do that. The last thing you want to do is start your cruise off by missing the ship. So please, don't think of it as spending extra money on a hotel room. Think of it as spending extra money on peace of mind. Plus, you get to hang out wherever you land at and check it out for the day. All right, so now let's talk about flying into Houston. You got two airports to choose from. You got Bush Intercontinental, which is in the north part of the city, or actually north of the city, about 70 miles away from the cruise port. And then you have Houston Hobby, which is in the southeastern part of the city, about 50 miles away from the cruise port. Now, some important things to know about that. Travel time, respectively, from each airport. From Bush, it's going to be about 75 minutes. From Hobby, it's going to be about 50 minutes. Keep in mind, this is barring any major accidents, any major construction, or any major events going on in town. Now, I don't expect those times to go up much, should any of these things occur, but be aware they could go up significantly. Okay, let's cover transportation from the airport to the port, or to your hotel, whichever you decide. You've got all the usual suspects, right? Taxis, Uber, Lyft, and shuttle services. Two shuttle services we're going to talk about, Galveston Express and Galveston Limousine. Both provide shared shuttle services, private cars, whichever option fits you best. Their prices are fairly comparable. Check out their links, give them a call so you can figure out if that's a good fit for you. Ride shares, you should be aware of the fact that Lyft is the official ride share for the Port of Galveston. Uber is not allowed into the terminal. It can get you close. Probably have to walk across the street. If that's not a problem for you and you like Uber, go with them. But just be aware that Lyft is the official ride share of the Port of Galveston. Another option is Galveston Saltwater Moms. It's a group of independent drivers you can hit them up on their Facebook page and shoot them a message. I understand they get back to you fairly quickly. And if time permits, they will not only pick you up from the airport, take you to your hotel, take you from your hotel to the cruise port, but if you got time, again, they'll swing by Buc-ee's, let you pick up a little something, something to take on the ship with you. And of course, there are taxis. I highly advise against taxis. From Bush Intercontinental, it could be upwards of about $100, but depending on how many people are with you on the shuttle, could be the same price. So you'll have to kind of check with everybody and weigh those options yourself and see which one works best for you. All right. Now for my road warriors out there. You ain't flying in. You don't care nothing about no airplane. 8 hours, I don't care. I'll drive. Now, usually, granted, cruising out of Galveston, most of the people on there are going to be from Texas. Most out-of-staters, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, maybe. But I've also been on cruises where people have driven as far as Missouri, Nebraska, and other parts of the Midwest and everywhere else, even as far out as Colorado, just to come get on a ship here. So that being said, if you are driving from out of state or driving across state, one of the places you might want to check out is this website here from the Texas Department of Transportation, Drive Texas. This website will tell you about all construction that is going on anywhere in the state. And if you've ever driven in Texas or if you're from Texas, you know we always fixing something around here. So with this website, you can go to the highlighted areas and double click on them, and it will bring up a pop-up that will tell you everything you need to know about the construction happening in that area, from completion date to lane closures and what to expect in both directions. So it's a great resource to have. For a more granular look of what's going on inside of Houston, you can use Houston TransStar. Same concept, right? You go in there, double click on the highlighted area, let you know what's going on with the trouble. And it also has a mobile app, so that's something else you might want to check out. Just to help you plan your route, decide if you want to stay on the continued route or, plan a detour. All right. So if you're finding any of this helpful or remotely, useful to you, appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, so the next time we're tripping or doing something like this, you'll be notified. It lets YouTube know, we're giving you something you like and it helps the channel. Cost you nothing. We really appreciate it. AllCruiseHotels.com provides you a short list of hotels and all of the amenities that they'll provide you as far as cruising is concerned. Whether they provide parking as part of their package or for extra charge, whether they provide a shuttle as part of their package or as extra charge. If you stay at some place like the Harbor House, like we're going to on our next cruise, it's like right next door to the cruise terminal if you're with Carnival. You can literally wake up, walk out on the pier, and throw a rock at the ship. You don't need to, and they provide parking. So you don't really need shuttle to get anywhere. You just walk when you wake up in the morning. It's great. Check out this link. It'll give you more in-depth information about each hotel and what they provide and phone numbers for you to call them and double check what's on this site. This site was last updated October 22nd of last year of 2022. They do have a link so that if there's something on there is incorrect now, you can hit them up. They'll make the changes. But just to let you know, that's the last time it was updated. So check that out for yourself. All right, let's talk about parking. Generally, when we go, we stay with Port of Galveston parking. Cost you about $17-20 a day, depending on the choice you choose. You have the option of parking outdoors or parking and undercovered parking. This includes shuttle, so the shuttle will take you from the parking lot to the port, and from the terminal back to the parking lot on disembarkation. You can either you can either book with them ahead of time on their site as a guest, or sign up for their loyalty program, or you can also go to their Facebook page and get their discount code. Usually saves you about $5 or $10 on parking. Another company you can look at is called Port Parking. They will be a little bit more expensive, about $24 to $28 a day. They also have covered and uncovered parking and provide a shuttle as part of their service. They do have a loyalty program that you can sign up for a 10% discount, and you can check out their other options here at this link. Now, for all other parking options, check out this link from Visit Galveston, because there are several other parking lot services near and around the port that you can check out. Now, that Visit Galveston link was the first time it popped up here. Check out the PDF. It will not be the last time you see it. You will want to go to that link for all things Galveston, as far as activities, as far as dining, as far as bars, clubs, parking, everything. That link has got it all. All right, it's going to tell you everything you want to know. So now, I've done all of this. We've gone over flying in, we've gone over driving in, we've gone over parking, hotels. Only thing we haven't done is dining and activity, right? Because at some point in time, you were already part of one or two. No, you were part of one group or the other. That's what I meant to say. So either one, you were already coming to Galveston to stay the day ahead, or two, now you're just like, okay, fine. You've convinced me to come to Galveston. What am I supposed to do when I get there? Glad you asked.
I'm staring through your window, looking up at the stars, up at the stars. I'm caught inside a loop where I can get to your heart, get to your heart. Ooh, you're letting your fears take hold, let them take control, and it's making me crazy. If you could only look at me, you know how I feel, know how I feel. Oh, see how much I want it, see how bad I need it. You gotta look into my eyes.
So it was raining when we got to Galveston, but that's not a showstopper. If you're traveling with kids, check out Moody Gardens. They have 3 pyramids on site. One's an aquarium, one's a rainforest, and one's full of science activity, especially for your older kids and teens. They can get into robotics, they can make their own music. This is something that should keep them entertained. Also, they have a 3D and a 4D theater. So if it's raining outside, you need some indoor activities, Moody Gardens should have something for you. Should the sun be out, though, they also have zip lines, rope course. They have indoor and outdoor heated pools for guests who stay there. They also have a hotel. I think you'll be covered as far as keeping your kids entertained. Now, for us, we just took a more laid-back approach and decided to check out Island Famous and The Spot. The Spot serves burgers, tacos, salads, but it's also one of 5 venues at Island Famous that include the Tiki Bar, the Side Yard, Squeeze, which boasts 50 different tequilas, and Rum Shack, which boasts 50 different rums. As you can see, they got the tarps down because it's kind of cold and rainy that day, but I'm sure on a nice warm day, those tarps are up and you're getting that sea air and the music getting pumped in. It looks like a pretty jumping place for me. If you're looking for more seafood options for dinner, you might want to check out Guido's. Guido's is a Galveston establishment. It's been around since 1911, and obviously a century of ownership has its privileges because they pretty much own the whole block. You've got Nick's Kitchen and Beach Bar right next door, and Guido's Seaside Inn right behind it. So yeah, they literally own the whole block. Now both of these locations are on the seawall side of the island. Back on the harbor side, near the historical Strand and downtown district, you can find places like the Stute Garden, which will give you that indoor-outdoor beer garden feel, as well as places like Willie G's Steakhouse, Fisherman's Wharf, and Kate's Famous Seafood, which are all within walking distance of our hotel, the Harbor House. The Harbor House sits right on a pier in between Royal Caribbean's terminal and Carnival's terminal, literally right next door to it almost. As you can see, the rooms are very spacious and very well designed. Plenty of room for just 2 people. You can probably get 4 in this particular room because they have 2 queen beds. The bathrooms are plenty spacious. It has plenty of amenities that you might need for an overnight stay. Now, we told you that Harbor House has parking, but found out that it also provides a complimentary shuttle to the terminal and back. Should you park with them, or should you just stay there with them? This was something we didn't know from the site that we gave you earlier. Even though it is a very short walk, for those who might have some mobility issues, it could be kind of long. It's probably about 1,000 feet. So having the shuttle is a nice touch that we weren't aware of, but pleased to find out about. So that pretty much wraps up our guide for cruising out of Galveston. The next day, we were getting on the Carnival Breeze, and that series will be following this video. So I hope you guys found this useful. Again, don't forget that PDF. The link for the PDF will be down in the description box. It'll cover everything that we spoke about in this video and then some. If you're still here, and you're still watching, you've hopefully found some of this useful, please hit that like button. Subscribe to us if you'd like to, and turn on that post notification bell so you'll know the next time we're tripping or putting out some information like this. So until the next trip, guys, we'll see you around. Bye.
I'm staring